Yo guys, what's going on? LifeOfRio here, and I really wanted to talk about this again because DE Steve also confirmed this on Twitter earlier today. Now the thing about it is that the aggro system in Warframe, and if you guys remember a few months ago I made a video about the aggro system, and a lot of people were like, you know, that Warframe shouldn't have aggro. After I'm telling people that there's aggro in the game, it was always built and inquired to be in the game. That's why certain frames have the ability. But now DE Steve is actually talking about it. And I've been talking about it also with a couple different people, and now people are actually changing their tunes about the entire thing, especially with the new update coming up. So with Grenier camps and everything else that's going to be in the new planes, they're also going to be aggro system, but also the aggro system is going to be a little bit fine-tuned, a little bit tweaked on how it currently is in this game. The enemy on scaling within the range system is going to be a little bit further as well, to where they can pull in aggro a little bit harder. Also, there's mortars that's going to be in the game from Grenier camps that can also draw aggro on top of you, so that's going to be actually freaking amazing. So I'm guessing that your bullet jumping, you know, your parkour skills, your, I would say, your archwing, all of that is going to come into play on basically how you get out of the way with the new aggro system and everything coming in, and how you're going to be pulling aggro. So what does that have to do with a lot? What that has to do is the people that actually pay attention to aggro system and actually know the mechanics of the game. And that's why I actually study the game the way I do. Now, also another thing that's going to entail is a lot of frames that have aggro inbuilt abilities. So how is that going to work? Personally, the first person that always comes to mind is Nyx, because Nyx is one of the best tanks in the entire game because she has the most aggro drawn abilities. Now, with Nyx having the most aggro drawn abilities, how is this going to tie into her playing into the new open world, the new open zones, I should say, with her abilities? And is that going to entail for more frames to actually have aggro built abilities built into their abilities? Now, with that being said, with the enemies, with the new aggro system, having them lock onto you a lot better, having them draw aggro to you a lot more efficiently, how is that going to tie in with the squishier frames on them actually being targeted a lot more frequently by other enemies? Now, that's going to change up a lot. Now, we all know that you can escape aggro system by having Naramon and things like that, but that is also going to be changed. Naramon is also going to be getting a looked at. They're going to be changing up the focus school, so I'm really excited about that. Let me know what you guys think about that in the comment section. But also, as entails, which frame has the best aggro system? Personally, to me, it's Nyx. There's nobody close. Nidus is very strong also with pulling in aggro, but Nyx has the best drawn aggro system. Every single ability that she has in the entire game pulls aggro, which is insane. Now, if you're going by just aggro stats, if you're going by just things that actually make sense, I know when I made the aggro video a couple months ago, people were saying this is not your traditional game, and people always find ways to try to defend Warframe and things like this, but you can't defend something that's always been built into the game. And it's not really defending, it's kind of just saying what it is and what it isn't. But this has always been at its core MMORPG to how it's been built, and now they're actually taking it deeper in that direction, but the moves and the setups and the aggro has always been there. Now, what that leads me to believe is frames like Banshee, in that huge open world with mortars and everything being fired and actually pulling heavy aggro at your Warframe. How are those squishier frames going to basically survive? Now, what that pulls in for me is that Trinity will play a larger, more important role than she's actually playing now. Now, for all the Trinity boys out there, you're probably thinking Trinity's always been important. No, she's not. As of right now, Trinity's not really a big deal in Warframe. She's good, she's not bad, but it's not like you need Trinity, you know? So having that extra 75% damage reduction is actually going to be pretty cool. I think that Warframe is going in a great direction with aggro. Now, the thing is, with the aggro system and this kind of stuff being built in, becoming a stronger role in Warframe on how the newer enemies are going to actually behave. Also, if you guys don't know how the night cycle and stuff is going to be working, because he was testing it on the moon, what's going to be happening is that if you guys ever played Final Fantasy 15, the aggro system and the enemy scaling is supposed to be on par with that one, on how random enemy encounters are actually going to be performed. So I think it's following a great trend. It's actually doing pretty good so far. I'm just really hoping for it to be very polished and be done correctly. Now, as far as aggro, people like tanks, I would say Warframe like tanks, as in like Rhino, what's his name? Inaros. Inaros is not really a great aggro tank. He is more so just CC. He doesn't really have any traditional tanking because he just has very high sustained, not really considered a tank. Now he can take a lot of damage, but that's not actually tanking. Tanking is basically to where, if we're talking about the traditional way, since now we are going the traditional way, tanking is actually taking in damage while protecting your team at the same time and protecting squishier things like casters and healers and things like that. So that's what tanking really means for a lot of people that don't know. And that's why the traditional MMORPG has always seemed so far away from Warframe. But since it's actually going closer in that direction, maybe these roles will actually come deeper into play, because every Warframe has a role. And maybe now these roles will actually make more of a meaning. I mean, at the same time, these frames will actually be able to do what you've always been able to do. But as far as more difficult content with the aggro system pulling in, healing, Frost, and Frost has always been a factor in Warframe because his ability to just always protect. But as far as these other frames that has always had these tank type of abilities that was never really used, is that going to play a huger part in Warframe? Let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section. As you guys know, we always discuss these things. Let me know. Also, another thing is, with the new aggro system and thing being built in, how is that going to tie into things with random? We all know when you play with randoms, it's a 1% chance that you're going to get good people. I know how it is. And also another thing that I wanted to talk about, if randoms don't know how to play together and things going like that, now I don't think Warframe is going to be pushing super enhanced team synergy with aggro as far as you having to know how to do this or do that. The thing that I think is going to happen is that it will work a lot more beneficial towards you and your team if you know how to actually deal with the aggro, handle everything else that's coming in, protect the squishier units. Now, a lot of randoms just tend to run around, bullet jump, don't know what they're doing, they die. You don't pick them up, they call you a noob, but you didn't want to play with them anyway because you read the solo, but for some reason your thing was on public. You know what I mean? But that's the whole gist of the whole thing, guys. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section. New aggro system that's going to be, it's already in the game, but it's going to be implemented even further to make it a lot more beneficial. I've been talking to a lot of people about it. I've actually brought this question up to DE quite a few times, and I'm really glad with the direction on how it's been going. I've been working a lot with a lot of different people for the end game, trying to make end game better, trying to make enemy aggro a lot more efficiently. Let there be math behind it on what actually is going on. As of right now, the aggro system is sitting at around 18 meters of aggro. So with what's going on, I was basically hearing that it's going to be pulled a lot further than 18, maybe even up to 32 to 35. So that's basically doubling the aggro system. So are these Warframes moves going to be getting enhanced aggro built-in like range booster? There's a lot of different questions, and I will be trying my best to get the answers for you guys. I'm just trying to update you guys as much as possible. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section. Are you guys excited? And for all the people on the older video that was like, Warframe will never have aggro, it's not that type of game. Oh my god, it feels so good right now to make this video again, a different video. It feels so good. But I would love to hear what you guys' thoughts are. I'll catch you guys later on the next Warframe video. Thank you guys for the amazing support. I'm so glad that my voice has been feeling better. And then also, again, guys, be sure to follow me over on Twitch at LifeOfRio. We have an excellent stream that's always going on. Also, follow the Discord. We are a partner Discord. Link is in the description. Our Discord, over 3,000 people in the Discord. So I'm very, very excited. Thank you guys so much for the amazing love and support. Thank you to everyone who has been subscribing to me over on Twitch, using their basically their Twitch Prime to subscribe to me on Twitch. It's amazing. And just everyone who is showing me so much love and support. You guys can talk to me in the Discord. Hit me up in there. I'm just so blown away by the freaking support that you guys have been giving. You guys know how much I go hard for my community, so thank you guys so much. You guys are fantastic and have an amazing day.